ex-wife is here. Me and my ex-wife are still very close. She's very supportive of the children. I just booked her all-expense trip to Ukraine. They have a theater there in the city called Mariupol. I hear it's the bomb, or it was just bombed. But I have to thank my ex-wife. Through the divorce, I did a lot of reflection, a lot of introspection. She said I was too mean to her and generally disrespectful of women. I don't know what that dumb bitch is talking about. Like, I'm a really nice guy, particularly to the lesser disadvantaged gender. But I knew my marriage was in trouble when the rules around sex started to change. In the beginning, there was one simple rule: nothing in the butt. Then it changed. It was like nothing in the butt, nothing in the mouth, nothing in the vagina. That doesn't really leave me a lot of options. But the rules did change. It was like, just leave my shirt on, don't touch my boobs, don't look at me, don't make a sound. Move your head over so I can finish watching This Is Us. And, you have exactly 60 seconds to finish. And that's, I have to say, where I always excelled. The strange thing is, she was into one kinky thing. You know that asphyxiation, the strangulation? I was all excited at first. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. But then I realized it wasn't during sex. It was just while I was sleeping. Only she was allowed to apply the choking. And she put a lot of thought into this. She came up with a safe word for me, like a phrase if I got nervous or scared. All I had to say was, keep doing it. But the divorce was hard. I went to see a therapist for the emotional trauma. And, you know, she said to me, Mark, if you truly want to heal, the first thing you need to do is stop masturbating. I'm like, okay, why? She said, because we're in the middle of a session. I'm like, I never thought of it that way. That's pretty good. But that's all in the past. I'm in a happy place now. I have a new girlfriend that I live with. The good news is we're very much in love. The bad news is she's probably just as dumb as Natalie. I'm kidding, she's so much dumber. As if I didn't have enough going on in my life, we decided to get a puppy. It's really scary at first. You got to look out for this disease called parvo, which I never heard of. Apparently, the puppy can get really bloated, lethargic, and pass out. The dog's fine, but we realized I have parvo. Getting this dog saved my life. We actually have the same primary care physician now. So then they tell you got to crate train the dog, right? They try to convince you that the dog likes being in a little cage. And I know it's not true because my kids hate that crate. But you're supposed to make it like all homey and comfortable. You put a blanket in there and some treats, and you're like, get in your cage, you little fucker. I'll be back in about 2 to 10 hours. Just listen to some sweet beats of Enya. You know? So the crate training didn't work. So we went to talk to this young, hip dog trainer lady. She's like, you gotta get a pheromone scent diffuser. I'm like, what? She's like, this mimics the scent of the mother's womb and it relaxes the dog. So we had this thing pumping in our house for 2 weeks. Did nothing. But now every time I see my mom, I start sniffing her ass. We're so close now. So we were like, enough is enough. We got to get this dog trained. We went to ex-military, ex-Marine dog trainer who focuses on like security, teaches the dogs how to sniff for drugs and find Jews. Train German shepherds, I kind of left that part out. The first thing he does is he picks up the dog and physically inspects it. He's like, you know your dog has really small testicles, right? I'm like, no, I didn't know that. It was a rookie mistake not checking. But it turns out that the dog is fine. His balls are no smaller than mine. What was I going to do? Like, go back to the store and be like, you sold me a puppy with small balls. I demand regularly sized balls. But, so now I have this puppy. It's not trained. It's got small balls. It's starting to interfere with my sex life. Every time I start trying to be romantic with my girlfriend, he literally like tries to get involved. This is not the threesome that I was promised. Like, you're probably wondering what is my ideal threesome. It definitely would have been a much bigger dog. Saint Bernard. I thought about like an athletic greyhound that might be a little too gay, you know? Am I allowed to say that? Like, I'm so not woke. Like, I have such trouble with this whole thing. I'm trying, trust me. Like the Me Too movement, like, I'm totally against sexual harassment, but it ruined the phrase Me Too. Like, Me Too used to be a positive, fun phrase. And your friend would come to you and be like, oh, I feel like getting high and eating a meat lover's pizza. You'd be like, oh yeah, me too. Oh, you know Mike in accounting, he's really nice and sweet. And you'd be like, yeah, I think he's nice and sweet too, me too, he's sweet. Now it's like, remember Scout Leader Gilbert? He used to stick his finger up my ass. You're like, oh no, me too. You know Mike in accounting? He roofied me Saturday night and rested his balls on my forehead. And you're like, oh no, me too. I didn't mind that one too much. But so I'm constantly getting in trouble at work. I have this lovely Asian coworker. Her name is Samantha Lee. I'm like, Sam, I'm just curious. What's your real name? What's your Asian birth name? She's like, Mark. You asshole, I'm from Connecticut. That is my real name. And why do you keep taking pictures of my feet? And of course, I got called into HR, and the HR lady's like, Mark, you can't say that. I'm like, I know, I'm so sorry, sweet kids, it will never happen. Yeah. So, what's next? So when I got divorced, I started dating again. I started using these dating apps, and they're such a fraud. Like, they tell you 40 people like you right away, but they blur out the faces and make it all mysterious. And I'm all excited. I get 40 likes right away, and I pay the extra money. It was devastating. Like, if I had to handpick the 40 people in the world I'd least like to meet, it would be these 40 people. I spent the next hour trying to figure out how to re-blur the faces. I'm like, Geek Squad, help me out here. You know that, like, all the profiles, you know that Boca News website that has pictures of women who live in Seven Bridges who just got arrested for selling meth? That's what these profiles look like. Well, one of them actually had a breathing tube up her nose and around her neck. You know, I felt really bad, but like, you can take the tube out, hold your breath, smile, take a picture, and then put the tube back in. Like, I got my own problems, you know? I'm sorry you got stage 3 emphysema, but I didn't post a picture of my hemorrhoids. Go to Hospice Match. There was like a thing on the bottom, like, is there a problem? I'm like, yeah, there's a problem. This bitch can't breathe. I said to this girl, I said, listen, you seem nice. If you're still alive in 6 months and I haven't gotten laid, then let's talk. So 6 months later, we started talking. And we actually started dating. And we're like most couples. We don't like to go out that much because she can't breathe. We get in fights, and I step on her cord. And I'm like, you take that back. You take that back right now. I've grown to be really attracted to her. Sometimes I see her from across the room. I'm like, you drag that oxygen tank over here, sexy bitch. It's on tonight. You turn that gas up. She likes to tie me up. I I think I just get all caught up in her. She starts slapping at my face. I don't know if she's suffocating or enjoying it. But it's over now. It abruptly ended. She ghosted me. Literally, she died. Yeah. So, I miss her so much. So, my dad was supposed to be here tonight, but he couldn't make it because we were sold out. Woo! He's gotten a little annoying in his old age. He just sits around and watches CNN all day, screaming at the TV. I'm in the other room making a snack, and all of a sudden I hear, "Fuck you, motherfucker! I'll rip your head off, I'll bury you alive!" I run in there, and I'm like, damn, he really doesn't like Dr. Fauci. Calm down. And then he loves to give advice on like health and wellness. He calls me every week. "Mark, are you eating enough blueberries? Doing push-ups?" I'm like, "Dad, you have type 2 diabetes, glaucoma, fibromyalgia. You can barely walk. You pee every 20 minutes. That was your secret? Blueberries and push-ups? I'm good. I'm good. Just go. I got some advice for you. Just go. It's fine. You've lived a good life." No, seriously. I want him dead. Let's see what else. Let's talk about internet porn. Yes? Yes! So crazy. It used to be like you had a VHS tape that you would try to hide because you labeled it like bar mitzvah tape, you know? Like you just watch the same scene. Now there's like a whole plethora of things you can choose, like big booty Brazilians or barely conscious. And then there's like the inner family stuff. This stuff is so strange. It's like a stepmom teaching a stepdaughter how to pleasure her boyfriend. I wish my parents got divorced. So my new stepmom could teach my new stepdaughter how to eat out my ass. All right, thank you. Good night.